Hey guys, it's important to keep everyone educated and be transparent. So there's this guy named Anonymous Gene, and he's claiming to be responsible for everything bad that's happened to me, basically. This is Eugene Lynch, aka Anonymous Gene. He keeps posting the screenshots and address of where my children live, primarily to people who don't like me. And as you can see right here, it's kind of ironic. The person says, no one wishes your kids any ill will, and then he literally posts, where my kids live again. It's really messed up. And he's posting where my kids live again. And once more, he's posting my kid's home address to a bunch of strangers who don't like me online. Here he is texting me directly, as you can see, taking credit for the text. And as I recall, he's talking about me getting served with legal documents. And he knew about those legal documents because, according to him, he was a direct player in the entire case even existing. Here's him saying that I am going to be raped before I'm murdered in prison. And he said that he'll get the official records of it to my house, where my family would probably be. This should be unsettling to anyone, even people who don't like me. Here he's saying he'll pay me $35,000 to interview the person that he claims to be directly involved in. Pretty sure most of you know who he's talking about. This is, again, him texting me directly, despite me wanting nothing to do with him. Here he's saying that the woman from Michigan effed me and I should just get over it. And now she's working on effing me for the rest of my life, saying that I think they're going to settle for less than $10 million. The discussion is for $20 million. And him saying I'll be homeless for the rest of my life and that my kids will hate me, just like I don't like my own father. And then he says I'll supposedly wind up raping my own child, which again, this is all basically the worst thing you could say to someone. Absolutely heinous. But this is the person who is the self-appointed leader of the anti-Onision community and also directly tied to literally everyone involved who is against me both legally and otherwise, according to him. He said, I wonder who's paying for the lawyers. Oh yeah, it's me, LOLs, implying that I'm only being sued right now because of him. Him saying I'm going to go to prison and that these are my last days of freedom, supposedly having conversations with the man who rebooted his career off me. Here he is saying again that I will be killed in prison and says that my spouse will unlikely survive prison as well, implying we'll both be murdered. Here he is falsely accusing me of rape and talking about me being served with legal documents on March 10th. I don't recall the date I was actually served, but it was close to that. Here's supposedly Gene talking directly to Hansen and Hansen helping coordinate me being served, showing he is in fact, according to this, behind this whole campaign against me and my spouse. Here he says, I will find you if you give me an address. We can make the process simple. No Hansen, no camera, just the process server. I don't even really know what he's talking about. Do you guys? And then he's talking about aggravated stalking charges supposedly coming to me, that which I know nothing of. As you can see at the bottom, because I'm in a gay marriage, he uses a hateful anti-homosexual slur against me. Here he is making fun of the size of my phallus. In these same series of texts, he was sending me pictures of my own phallus from my OnlyFans. He says my genitals look messed up, implying I have a botched circumcision. It's just very graphic and disgusting. And by the way, he's talking about my pop star X here, which is just generally upsetting. He's also saying that the only reason anyone would call me a pedophile is because of him, implying that the entire smear campaign, all the slander, all the crimes committed against us via the internet, he's saying that he's responsible for everything, basically implying that everyone's just his puppet. He's also saying that he's sexually aroused by this and saying he wants to impregnate my spouse. This is just horrifying, obviously. And I don't know why he keeps mentioning black men. It's very strange. Here he is proclaiming to be the leader of the anti-Onision community, which, quite frankly, I think he is the anti-IO leader because according to him and with evidence that he's shown, he's in contact with a number of people who have been the front runners behind the smear campaign. Him saying I'm going to be homeless in less than a year, clearly sadistically taking joy out of that. Him saying he's going to show up to court and record my downfall and give the videos to all the drama YouTubers. Him claiming that the only reason Hansen came to my house was because of him. Him claiming to pay the lawyer that's actively, arguably destroying our lives, even more so right now. Some would characterize what he's doing as a narcissistic rage, especially with how he ended it. Here, Eugene is saying that he would provide a rope for me to kill myself with. Here's someone saying that I'll be dead by the end of 2024, and if not then 2026. And Eugene says that I'll have died from my, more rape. He's saying I'm going to be raped to death. Again, him saying that I'll be killed in prison, and that my face will be so cut up it won't be an open casket. He says my death is coming and I should be prepared for it. He says he'll be stalking me until I'm murdered in prison. This is someone saying if they ever see me, they're going to physically assault me, and then he gave them my address. He said, may your quest be successful. Again, this is a crime. You cannot do this to people. It is a serious crime. This person says the fact that the person they're referring to is associated with Hansen. It's very disgusting and criminal. They can't help feeling like it's the lawyer and Hansen writing, the person I proved apologized for raping me, her new, completely changed story about what happened. And then, of course, Anonymous Gene replies, Greg is going to get raped and death. Sorry, tongue-tied. Saying I'm going to get raped in prison. That's what he says. Again, saying I'm going to be murdered in prison. They're going to murder you in prison. Is that the same one? No, that's different. He's just saying the same thing over and over again. And again, of course, more slander because none of that actually happened, which I proved in the last few Onision videos. I was framed. Nobody seemed to care. It was a totally heartbreaking thing to go through. I don't know. Is this the same? Like, did he already... Whatever. I don't know if this is a duplicate or not, but saying I'm going to get murdered in prison. Him again saying a noose is the answer here, Greg, telling me that I should kill myself. I cannot stress enough how disturbing it is to see this person claim to be paying the lawyer that is actively trying to destroy my innocent husband and my innocent self's lives. Because why? We were victims of crimes. I was very open and direct with that person about being a victim of a crime. They apologized for victimizing me. They begged for forgiveness at the airport before they left. They tweeted about being sorry in the sense that they said they had begged for forgiveness, exactly as they did beg for forgiveness. And somehow, no one heard me. No one listened to her confessions. Moving on. As you could have predicted, him telling me to kill myself, him saying that he wishes my heart was ripped out and outside my body on my shoulder or arm, him saying that he feels a nice size hole in my head. 2 would be better, but that would require another participant. Not sure if he's talking about bullets or not, but considering the context, it's either very sexual or very murderous, as is his tendency. This is a witness saying that the first follower of Anonymous Gene on almost every account, apparently, is Hansen. That's deeply unsettling because Hansen is not anonymous like Anonymous Gene. This is Vincent, who used to work with Hansen, being yet another witness stating that Anonymous Gene is close to Hansen. Again, that is really, really disturbing considering how many crimes Anonymous Gene has committed. Some of you, even listening to this, have been doxxed by Gene, targeted, harassed, criminally cyberstalked. Vincent goes on saying that Anonymous Gene was giving him my physical location, accounts, passwords. He says he even notified Hansen of who Anonymous Gene was, what he was doing. And here he's talking about Hansen literally stalking me, physically stalking me to my home, at which point I called the police on him because my family was inside. Any reasonable person would call the police on some weird dude who is creepy showing up to your house with 7 people. Yeah, you're not going to answer the door to that because you want to protect your family. That's psychotic. And this is Vincent basically saying he was trying to control Hansen and keep him professional, and Hansen refused to listen, according to Vincent. Vincent pointing out that Anonymous Gene has been banned before, and he's been banned from YouTube probably more than once. Twitter, he's been banned maybe 40 or 50 times. It's pretty insane. He's been stalking me for at least 6 years. He's saying Anonymous Gene pretended to be Vincent. Meanwhile, Anonymous Gene is the one who always throws out the sock puppet accusation. Ironic. And that he aggressively has, even to this day, defended Hansen publicly. This screams that Anonymous Gene is Hansen's right-hand man. Unfortunately, Hansen's right-hand man is a complete and utter confirmed criminal. I've already reported him to the police, and they already told me this is, without any question, a criminal cyber stalker. Supposedly, Anonymous Gene is from Colorado. Supposedly. Also supposedly, this person claims that Gene is actually from a Hansen-associated show. I want to stress this. I don't know this to be a fact. This is just what someone says, and this is why they said it. So you can review this information if you care, which most likely no one does. But you can review this information and decide for yourself who you believe is Anonymous Gene. Again, supposedly this person, but I don't know for sure. So this person could be completely and utterly unrelated for all I know. As you can see, one example of the many times Gene has been banned from platforms. And this is from Gene writing all of my neighbors, falsely accusing me of predatory status. And it has made life very, very uncomfortable. So if you're trying to ruin someone's life and torture them, you did it. It is without question a reality. And this is Kelly confirming that he did in fact send it to everyone I live around. And it's horrifying because none of it is actually true, as I approved in the previous 3 Onision videos. Vincent again saying that Hansen was using doxed information to harass, which is not good for Hansen. But anyone who is interested in helping protect my children, my family, etc., please report any information that you have to the proper authorities regarding any criminal cyber stalking, because it is incredibly important that we keep children safe. It's incredibly important we keep innocent people safe. And regardless of how you feel about people, cyber stalking is illegal. Anyway, just wanted to let you guys all know what's going on. I've been ignoring this person for the majority of the last 6 or so years, maybe more. And obviously ignoring them isn't working. And remember, no matter how bad your life is, at least you're not me. Thanks. Bye.